Incoming! That was close.
What do you desire, Ringo? Further fraternization required. What do you desire, Ringo? In the name of evolution. Leaving this to you.
Farewell!
This ought to turn the tables.
Enemy! Incoming!
I'll let you start.
Here goes.
Think you can handle this?
Got it.
Think you can
Here we
handle
go.
this?
Woo! Just what I needed. Let me at it. Shall we?
Ooh, that'll show them a good time.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
Easy win,
You don't
right?
have to tell me. Scream for me. Good night.
Fine.
That'll work.
I'll get accessing data. Weakness found. How's this? All right. That was a joke.
Look out! Careful.
Get the
I'll
ball
try and
rolling.
do you proud.
Take it away.
Let's see some action.
Yeah, this could work.
How about I just
looks
watch?
promising.
Go for the weak spot.
That looks like it'll work.
Ringo, take them out.
you, Milady.
I'm not your babysitter.
Time to kick it off.
I got this.
Cover me.
Allow me to demonstrate my ability.
With pleasure.
How about
Let's
I just
finish
watch?
this.
That's it, Milady.
You don't have to tell me. That's just sad.
Wouldn't it? All
Take
right.
it away.
This ought to be good.
Give that a try. That's it. Finish them off, Saizo. That should be
Get him, Saizo.
Almost fell asleep.
Ready to go.
They're in for it now. All right.
Look out! Get ready. That was close. Enemy! Phew. Look out! Get ready.
On your guard, everyone.
Let's get this party started. Here goes. Fire!
What's our
Still with
opener?
me? Dance!
You got
Fine.
this, right?
I'll get
Good
serious.
idea.
Take him down.
Accessing data. How's this?
With this
See
power.
that terror in their eye? Go for it, Arrow.
Yeah, this could work. You wanted to fight? You got one.
Ringo!
Bye-bye.
Milady.
can relax. Get ready. That was close. Incoming.
Oh, come on.
Now we can relax. Careful. Now we can relax. Look out! Now we can relax. Oh, incoming!
Let's get this part. Go time. Nothing to worry about.
Time to bust out the big guns!
Just what I needed.
I shall face you.
Yeah, this is all I need.
You know
Sure.
what to do. It's all you.
Aim for their weakness, Saizo.
You say so.
Now, here I come. Out of my way. Is that it?
With this
Looks
power,
promising.
That's your key.
that should work.
It's all you.
See that?
Don't miss now.
Now, Arrow.
Right away, Ringo. Enemy down.
Good, let's roll.
Go for the weak
On
spot.
it, Saizo. Took him out.
Well, that was kind of one-sided.
Good grief.
Now we can relax. Enemy!
I feel like a new man.
That's so funny.
I won't let you down.
They're going down.
Get ready. Now we can relax. Enemy! Phew. Enemy! Careful! Incoming!
I'll let you start.
Looks
Good
like it'll
plan.
work.
Take him down, boss.
Give that a try.
Access Thunder!
Here goes. Easy shot.
Now,
Right.
time for some punishment.
Here goes!
Not here I come.
It's all you.
Dance!
It's over.
I could fight like that all day.
Let's take it.
I know.
Careful. Now we can relax. Look out! Incoming!
This won't take long. You're wide open.
Let's go, team. Let's not overextend. You're a waste of my time. Wow, you kept up.
Oh, exit stage left. Sorry, we can't stay. I need a break and a drink.
Incoming! That was close. Look out! Careful. Now we can relax. Ringo! Incoming! That was close. Look out! Incoming! That was close. Look out! Get ready! Look! Enemy! Incoming! Enemy! That was close.
Just saying, but
Really?
Careful! Look out! Careful! That was close. Let's take it. Enemy! Get ready! Look out! Get ready! That
True.
Enemy! Incoming!
Here goes. Showtime. That's fine. Keep up. Take him out. I don't care how.
Time to kick it off.
I got this. Cover me. Nice, Ringo.
Whoever brings them down gets drinks on me.
That works.
See that terror in their eyes?
Best to go with that.
Don't give me orders. Did that hurt? Follow me. All right. Try and bluff. Boom! Focus on that one. Got it. That'll work.
Beat him down!
That should work.
Beat him down! Let's see some
Let's go
action!
with that. Work.
Too late for regrets now.
Russia!
We can't let them get away.
Get lost. All right. Yeah. Too slow. Now,
Okay.
time for some punishment.
Want a piece of this? Bullseye!
Take it out fast.
Here goes. They were no match for me.
That was a joke.
Look out! Incoming! There's one.
Hey!
Careful. Okay, now we can relax. That was close. Look out! Incoming! Now we can relax.
Hi there.
Welcome. What brings you in today?
Yeah, about that. Victor, do you have any idea what a Zoma is?
Naturally.
Ugh, perfect. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do if this turned out to be a dead end. Okay, let me have it.
Oh, someone of your intelligence wants to learn something from me?
I know. Aren't you proud of me?
It certainly is pleasing. I must say, though, you're not the first person to ask me about this. Just 6 months ago, there was another who asked the very same question. Let me think. Yes, I believe he was called Iron Mask.
Jackpot. The Zoma that's with him is exactly what I wanted to ask about. His name's Zenin.
The one that wasn't finished, you mean? What of it? Though, wait, if he has a name now, I imagine he's technically been completed, right?
What do you mean, technically? He totally wiped the floor with us.
Hmm? I can't imagine that Zoma possessing all that much power. All right, tell me everything. I see. That's quite a tale.
This is no time to be laughing. And now that I think about it, why would you help the Phantom Society?
Come now, is the glare necessary? I'll do just about any job as long as it's fulfilling. Surely you can't hold that against me.
Well, it's thanks to you we're in this mess, so I think you deserve a glare or two.
You and the Phantom Society are no different as far as I'm concerned. Just another group of summoners.
Based on what? How we look? Humans are always slaves to appearance. It's one of the things that makes you so stubborn.
On the contrary, it has nothing to do with that. Rather, it's more about a personal creed.
I like your style. Alright then, tell me what you know. As much as this creed of yours will allow.
I do indeed know of what you ask. However, I doubt the information I have is what you're looking for.
What do you mean?
I merely provided some insight on Zoma. Iron Mask completed Zenin entirely on his own effort.
Well, that's a bust. Fine, then at least tell me what you told Iron Mask.
Certainly, that's easy enough. And you needn't worry about payment this time. Your story was more than enough. Long ago, God created humans from the earth. In that sense, you could argue that God is the father of humanity. Children grow by observing their parents, or I should say, they imitate them. Anything the parent can do, the child can too, you see.
You mean the humans tried to copy an act of God? What did they do?
Create a soul. In their hubris, humanity attempted to play the role of God and create a soul from nothing.
And that's how the Zoma came to be.
Precisely. And following their creation, these weak man-made demons grew stronger and stronger as they absorbed more and more demons. But in Zenin's case, he was provided with more than one source of power.
The Covenants.
Indeed. Take his base design and combine it with a Covenant, and you've got the being you saw before you. The Covenants drew out Zenin's latent power, and his soul was built in such a way that everything enhanced his fighting capabilities.
You know this much?
But of course, just who do you think I am? No doubt his body has already been built to withstand the stress of exceeding his physical limits.
So he's got just enough to carry a human soul, but can wield more power than any human could ever hope. Explains why we can't communicate with him.
Yes, to call him both a vessel and a protector is certainly fitting.
So, does he have any weaknesses?
The moon. The Zoma race has a rather decisive weakness in that their power wanes with the new moon. While the phases of the moon have always influenced demons to some degree or another, Zoma are particularly affected. However, that applies only to your average Zoma. Having absorbed the Covenants, it's possible Zenin has evolved. He may not even be a Zoma anymore.
The new moon. It looks like that might be our only chance. Thanks, Victor. We've got a faint sliver of hope now.
A great power may grace our stage. You wish to register? Now, make your choice. Magnificent. 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 Witness the vestiges of life. Witness the vestiges of life. Now, make your choice. What use could this demon be? Magnificent. What skills shall they inherit? Are you prepared for this?
Big surprise! It's me!
Ah, magnificent. Witness the vestiges of light. This demon, but can you pay the price? Until next time.
Yo. What you think? I recommend it. Get me material. How's your comp today? Will this be all? Thanks. 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 Need anything else? Come again! Ash is her own person. You don't just get to take her back.
I know that.
Whoa. Wasn't expecting it to be just you two. Where's Arrow and Milady?
Oh, welcome back, Ringo. They're out gathering information on Iron Mask.
Weird. Not a duo you'd expect. Is something going on?
It's my fault, Ringo. I asked a question I shouldn't have.
Fig asked me if Ash was what I was trying to take back. Sorry I got kind of heated, Fig.
Don't apologize. I'm the one who asked. But if you already knew what I was saying, then why?
Part of it is just desperation. I have to fix this, because I know it's my fault.
How?
I failed her. Ash needed hope. Something to believe in. And I couldn't prove my world of light was worth that. That's why she's here now.
World of Light?
Look, being a summoner is all about kill or be killed. And someday, you end up paying the price for the things you've done. The lives you've ruined. That's just our natural reward. Summoner's karma, they call it. And we wanted a world where that was a thing of the past.
But you got the opposite.
I really believed we weren't doomed to hide in the shadows forever. We could live together in the light. But it wasn't enough to convince her, I guess. That's why she's trapped with Iron Mask now. She's a prisoner of her fear, of the summoner's karma. So I want to save her from that.
Saizo, I don't know if you should be thinking of saving her.
How do you mean?
Is her fear really what's keeping her trapped? I think I learned something from Arrow and Kaburagi. Even if people feel the same way, or want the same things, or want the best for each other, sometimes they're still going to clash. To me, Ash seemed to really regret killing you. Did you ever really ask what she wanted? Or did you take it for granted that her dream was the same as yours?
You're right. I need to hear how she feels. Took me long enough to realize it. Thanks, Fig. I know what I gotta do now.
No. I just spoke my mind, that's all. I'm glad if it helped. It's from Raven. He wants to hear about what happened with Mangetsu. And he says he might be able to help with the Phantom Society.
He did help us. We should probably go check in with him. Let's meet up with Arrow and Milady at Hydron, then head to Komodori from there.
Best of luck.
me!
Let me accompany you.
Let's do this.
You and me!
Let's work together.
Nice!
They're going down.
I won't let you down. Looks promising.
I'll handle this.
I won't let you down.
Yeah, this is all I need.
Let's get it done.
Let's go with that.
Leaving this to you.
I must live.
Prepare yourself!
They're strong.
Let's finish
Be on your
this.
guard.
Help me out here!
You owe me for this. Let's finish this.
Stop!
We gotta
I'll
win
handle
this. No matter what.
In my sights!
They're
Fine.
strong.
I'll get
Be on your
serious.
guard. We're lacking intel on this one. Nice. Let's go.
Might as well test. Careful. We don't know how this will go.
There it is.
Too late for regrets now.
Charge!
Let's make this interesting. Better to rest.
No more of you like that. Your turn, Saizo. I will
Let's
show
do
you.
it.
What are you
I'll handle
thinking?
this. How's this?
I know
Okay.
we good idea.
Beat him down.
Let's go with that. There it is.
What do you
I
think?
got
Looks
this.
promising.
Go for it, Ringo.
Good plan, Arrow.
Too late for regrets now.
Charge!
Better to rest. Let's try this.
Now I'm mad.
I know we
I'm
can
not
win
your
this.
babysitter.
That looks like it'll work.
That works. Out of my way.
Go time.
I know we can win this. Time to bust out the
Help
big
me out
guns.
here.
Let me come.
Well, hardly refuse.
You know what's a good
Alright.
idea. Show them a good time.
Sounds good to me. See ya.
Yeah,
That
good
should
plan.
do the trick.
Go for the weak spot.
On it, Saizo.
We'll take. Let me see.
I'll cover you if it goes south.
Here goes.
Let the rebels begin. Tear 'em up.
Whatever
I'll be
it
okay.
takes.
Better to rest. Here I go.
Not bad.
We can't. All right.
Good idea.
You got this,
Go
Ringo.
for the weak spot.
On it, Saizo. Thought so.
Go time.
They're strong. Be on your guard.
Time to bust out the big guns.
Just what I needed.
Nice to meet you.
Well, hardly refuse.
I know.
All
we
right.
take it away.
That's it, Saizo.
You say so.
Nothing.
No, you like that? Scream for me. Love to see it.
Let's go. Eat this! How's that?
Too late for regrets now.
Russia.
This is living.
I'd say see you in hell, but I got places to be.
This world really is something, isn't it? Whiling away its hours amidst a sea of city lights. It's truly breathtaking, don't you think, Milady?
And still you're going to destroy it all?
Exactly. Knowing that it will all come crashing down makes everything the more mournful. And therein lies the true beauty.
You're being especially poetic tonight. I suppose I can't blame you for being in such high spirits, though. Project C is finally almost here.
Yes. How I've longed, yearned for this moment. After all the time, all the manpower I've spent, it's here at last. I clawed my way through the ranks of the Phantom Society, donned the mask, and now I have you as my unparalleled right hand. My one regret, however, is that I won't be able to face the Great One with you at my side.
It doesn't matter anymore. I'm carrying a covenant, after all. I already knew both my life and my covenant would be yours to take one day. I've been waiting for that fateful moment ever since.
Ah, such beauty. And so mournful, too. Just like him.
Him? Who do you mean?
Well, Raven could never compare to you. You see it. You're teasing me, aren't you?
Sorry. I just like to see you worry sometimes.
Do you intend to live on forever in my memory?
More than that. When I die, I'll be immortal. No one lives forever, even in memory. I should know. I don't even remember my parents' faces. And it's for that reason that I want to burn these moments into your mind. The moments where I loved you, and the moment I die by your hand. I'll make sure they never fade away. I don't much care what you do after that.
You're quite the egoist, aren't you?
This coming from the man in the mask. Sticking our nose in a little deep, aren't we?
Milady, I'm only seeing this because your soul is allowing me to.
Whatever you say.
So this is what you two were like together. Kinda unexpected, honestly.
Unexpected how?
It's hard to put to words, but you're less stiff, I guess? I wouldn't have pictured you just talking normally like that, you know?
Well, of course I can talk normally. Even the lowest of the low have their own lives and emotions and what have you. Then again, wage war with someone long enough and you'll start to forget that. Say, Ringo, would you like to know why he put on the mask? It's because it made him look more like a leader.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean exactly what I said. Iron Mask had a role to fill in the Phantom Society, right? The mask was a way to help him better play the part. I guess it might make more sense to say that it helped him hide his true self. Behind the face you know was a very timid and gentle person. And that mask kept all of it hidden away.
Timid and gentle? Was he really?
The only thing I wanted out of life was to die for him. The moment I offered him my covenant should have been the end of it.
You know, having seen that vision, I do feel bad for how things turned out. We may not have known what would happen, but we still took your covenant away from you.
Sure did. Either way, it doesn't mean a whole lot to me anymore. Even if I did still have the covenant. The one glimmer of hope I had is gone. There's no reason to worry about it now. It's just the way it is. All I want at this point is to meet with him.
Okay then. If that's your goal, you can count on me to help. Gotta say though, kinda strange that your reason to live is to die. I don't think I need to say it, but it sorta contradicts human nature, you know?
Yes, I won't deny that.
Why were you so dedicated to him?
Because back then, I'd never seen anything in my life so beautiful.
Back then? I get it.
True. Looks promising.
Let's get this party started.
Let's go with that. With this power.
Let's do this.
Looks promising.
I trust you can handle things.
This ought to turn the tables.
Look out! Get ready! Enemy! Get ready! That was close! Look out! Incoming! That was close! Lucky us. Oh.
Oh, that's not.
Let's regroup.
Oh, goodbye.
Careful. Phew. Look out! Get ready. Phew. Careful. Phew. Look. It's dangerous. Careful.
We're seriously
Shall we?
fighting that thing?
Don't know till you try.
Here goes nothing.
Be good to gather some intel. You gonna try it out?
How's this gonna go?
Now this is exit stage
Can't
left.
just brute
Exit
force
stage
this one.
left. Let's beat it. Your funeral.
They're strong.
Let's fall back.
Be on your
It's
guard.
a tactical move. He should have known when to quit.
Let's not overextend. You're a waste of my time. Evasive maneuvers.
Let's take it.
Hey, you! Bye-bye! Oh.
Incoming! Close. Incoming! Close. Look out! Careful! Enemy! Get ready! Close! Get ready! Now we can relax.
I'll do it again.
It's me!
How about this?
By the way, I get it.
You did it! Enemy! Careful. Now we can relax.
Well then.
What do you desire, Ringo? Further fraternization. What do you desire, Ringo? In the name of evolution. Come on out!
Do as you see fit.
Look out! Incoming! That was close.
10 steps out.
Ooh, ouch!
Let's do
goes.
this right. So
All your sides.
This ought to be good. Easy shot.
So let's go.
Take him down.
Let's see
Let's
some
go
action.
get serious.
How about I just watch?
Time to improvise. Powering up.
Someone kill it already. Looks promising.
Right there, Ringo.
Give him hell, Ringo.
I got this. Shoot them out.
Keep still with me. Get lost.
Out of my way. Russia!
I could fight like that all day.
Enemy! Now we can relax. Look out! Incoming!
No!
Careful. Now we can relax. Look out! Incoming!
No!
Enemy! Get ready. Now we can relax.
I'll follow your lead.
Okay. Let's spice things up.
This
Let's go.
outfit.
Can't stop me.
What's the plan
All
here?
right.
We can't let them get away.
Time to bust out the big guns. Powering up.
We can
Let's
profit.
roll.
Here.
That
Don't let it run.
Right there, Ringo.
Good thing, Saizo.
Let's keep up the. Let's go.
That's your cue.
That should work. Here goes.
He's still with me? Dance!
Too late for regrets now. Charge! Power up! Here comes my true power!
Go time.
Let's stay cautious. You're gonna go with that size? Wanna make a bet, Saizo?
I'm shutting you down.
With this power. Eat this!
Here, all right. Here goes. What? Focus.
Help me.
Got it?
Get lost.
He's slow. Here I go. You know what to do.
Got it. Hit my sights. Damn it, hold still.
Focus on that one. Got it?
Get lost!
Let's get this power.
Whoever
Let's
brings
roll.
them down gets drinks on me.
Enemy! That was close. Incoming! That was close. Phew. Enemy, get ready! That was close. Get ready! Now we can relax. Let's take it.
Played 'em like a
I'll let you. Good
Alright.
idea.
This ought to be good.
Do it, Saizo.
Do it,
Got it.
Saizo.
Got a kick.
All right,
Ringo, take them out.
here we go.
Small fist power.
Now, time for some punishment.
On.
Let's go about this carefully.
Let's do this.
This'll make things easier.
How about I
This
just
power.
watch?
Good
You
idea.
can target their weakness.
Ooh, that's your...
Let him have it.
Go for it, Arrow!
Yeah, this could work.
I'm not your babysitter.
That's your cue.
Best to go with that move.
That's it,
On
Milady.
it, Ringo. Good night.
Let the rebels begin. Dinner time!
Guess I'm out of their league.
Enemy! Incoming!
Hey!
Now we can relax. Look out! Get ready! That was close. Incoming! Now we can relax. Look out! Get ready! Phew.
Hey,
Pretty much.
This ought to turn the tables.
Best of luck.
No more games.
I'll try and do you proud.
Yeah, this is all I need.
Enemy! Incoming! Phew.
Bye-bye.
Look out! That was close. Careful. Phew. Incoming! Now we can relax. Enemy!
Oh my. Goodbye.
Now we can relax. Enemy! Incoming! Phew.
Let's just take it easy.
You think?
Don't overdo it now.
Yep. But
Lucky us.
Ah. Well
Now we
then.
can relax. Get ready.
Unbelievable.
That was close. Look out! Incoming! That was close. Careful. Now we can relax. Get ready. Now we can relax. Enemy! Careful. Phew. Let's take it.
Bye-bye.
Look out! Incoming!
On your guard, everyone!
Let us go.
I'll let
Go
you
time.
start. Now,
Yeah.
time for some
Help me out
punishment.
here! Well, hardly refuse.
I'm going to
Here goes.
enjoy
Shoot away.
playing with you.
Let's see some fire. Let's heat things up.
Someone
I'll try
kill
and
it
do the
already.
crown. Eat this! It worked!
Let's finish this.
That'll work.
Do your thing, Milady. Do it, Milady.
You think you can order me around?
No, all right. Can you handle this? Too late for regrets now. Charge!
Could you? This is nothing.
You got
Shall
this,
we?
right? In my sights.
What's still with me?
Do it, Milady.
Think you can order me around?
Fine, I'll get serious. Too easy. That was a joke. Well,
Awesome.
Still got it. Good.
Let's take it.
Hey!
Look out! Get ready. Now we can relax. Look out! Get ready. Careful. Look out! Now we can relax. Enemy! Get ready. Enemy! Incoming! Now we can talk to them. Look out! Incoming! That was close. Look out! Get ready. Now we can relax. Get ready. That was close. Enemy! Careful. Now we can relax.
Allow me to demonstrate my abilities.
Settle this.
Best of luck.
Nice! How about this?
What's our opener?
Still with me?
Help me out
Take
here!
your position.
I won't stop me. Ready? Here goes. Pin my sight. As long as we work together, we got this.
Hope this works.
Here goes! As long as we work together, we got this.
I hate Glenn. No way to tell. Too late for regrets now.
Here
No more. Still with me?
Help me out
You
here!
owe me for this.
Let's do it. Stop me. Shall we? Want a piece of this?
They're strong.
Good idea.
Be on your guard.
Accessing data. Weakness found.
Ringo, take them out.
Go for the weak spot!
Took him out!
Let's go.
See that terror?
You got it!
Got it.
Too late for regrets now. Russia! Here I go!
Wasted effort.
We can't afford. Let's roll.
Good idea.
We're taking you down. This'll turn the tables. Initiating sync. Who's this?
Stop me.
You know
Let's
what?
roll.
That'll work.
You got this, Ringo.
I got this.
Losing steam out? That's the ticket.
Go, Arrow.
I'll do it, Milady.
No more. Let's finish this. Dance! What are you thinking? What are you thinking? You know what to do.
Ready to go. Shall we?
Watch their reaction.
Let's stay cautious.
How's this?
Let the rebels begin. Tear 'em up!
I'd say see you in hell, but I got places to be. So, what do you think, Ash? You regretting moving in together yet? And this'll mark a full week at your new job, right? How's that been going?
Not too bad. The manager's actually not a total scumbag, so I think we'll be fine. I've never worked at a cafe before. Weird seeing people smile when I walk up. It's like a completely different world.
I know I'd smile if I saw a catch like you strutting around in a waitress uniform. You think they'd let you take it home?
It's just an apron over my regular clothes, dumbass. Never mind my job. How's your stuff going?
It's fine, I guess. I was actually thinking about switching jobs sometime soon, though. Thing is, when I search for within walking distance of my gorgeous girlfriend, I get no hits. Any openings on your cafe street?
Come on. Is there anything behind all the smooth talk and one-liners?
Ooh, tough one. Would you believe I've got a burning ambition to be a comedian someday? Actually, maybe I really could give that a shot. We're free now. We can do whatever we want. What the hell?
Saizo.
That's our place.
What do you think? Phantom? I knew this would happen. I knew plenty of people would be mad that I left.
No. If we're going down that road, I've got plenty of old clients with grudges against me. Could just have easily been them. The bomber might still be in the area. Let's go look into this ourselves. I'll look inside the house. You check around the grounds.
You lied to me.
What?
Sorry, Saizo, but this isn't gonna work out. We're summoners. There's no point pretending we can escape that life, or the price of it.
Ash.
It didn't last long, but I was happy with you. So thanks.
Call me a liar, but you never threw away your comp either. Well, so much for celebrating Ash's new job. It's all up in flames now. And that's what happened with me and Ash. It was practically over before it even began. We couldn't get away from our past. We were summoners, and that meant karma was gonna catch up to us sooner or later. We knew way too much. And the people we climbed over to get to the top, well, they wouldn't let us bow out without payback.
They wanted to get even, huh?
Yeah. So, Ash gave up on the happy life she deserved. She just fell back into the trap. The cycle of summoner's karma. In the end, we couldn't change anything. But the breakup was never based on any bad feelings between us. It just suddenly felt like a shadow looming over us. You know what I mean?
You know, I've been thinking. It's not exactly that you hate being a summoner. It sounds more like you're just sick of all the trouble you got from Phantom and Yatagarasu. You haven't been talking at all about the jobs where you actually got to help people.
Yeah, got a point. But this kind of trouble you can't ever really get away from. See, the thing is, playing merc in their little wars, that's where the money is for independents like me.
Isn't that kind of on you, though? If you're a freelancer, can't you just stay out of their conflict?
Whoa, it's nowhere near that simple. If you want to make it as a summoner in this world, you've only got one choice. You either throw in with Phantom or Yatagarasu, or you play nice with both sides. Just stick with whatever helps you stay alive. That's Summoner 101.
You do realize how pathetic you sound right now.
Don't have to tell me. It's pathetic as hell. Sure isn't what I had in mind when I first started out as a summoner.
Then what did you have in mind?
Who knows? It's been a long time since those days. Maybe we'll cover it next time.
Aw, come on. Hey!
Badass, right?
Huh.
Perfect!